So Jason Mode, New Creations, Lattimore, North Carolina is where we're out of. A small shop out in the middle of nowhere in the country, but we're at C10 Nationals in Nashville. Brought this 97 GMC Sierra OBS truck that we just finished up. About a 2-year build for us, total custom stuff. There's so much about the truck that it's hard to go around it all, but we did custom bumpers, custom filler panels, shaved the underside of the hood, custom wheel tubs, custom taillight filler. We made our own 4-link for this truck. It's a custom color that we did. Truck's been done about 3 months or so. Still fresh. Hadn't even been fully tuned yet because I don't have the break-in miles on it. The only stipulation the customer had about this truck, this was a red truck, but the only stipulation he had was he didn't want a black or red because all of his vehicles are black and red. We built him a black 57 Bel Air 3 years ago with red interior. I talked him into a blue. He hates blue. And we actually started with some silver chips that was kind of bluish silver. And I started dumping blue pearls in it, and I finally did about 4 spray outs, and then I picked the one I wanted, and I said I want the interior to pop. I want it as orange it can be without being too clownish. And so we started looking through, and we found some orange Isles leather for it that we went with, and he came up, I showed him the 2 things together, and he was really like, I don't know about blue, and then that's bright, that's I said, look, just trust me. You see your Bel Air, just trust. And so he's like, hey, just build me a truck. So he left, and that's what we did. That's what we came up with. The toughest part of most of them, honestly, are the inside of the beds. We couldn't get a new bed floor for this one, so we had to totally work it. There's probably 200 hours inside the bed of this truck. I mean, it's just really, maybe 300. I mean, it's really hard to get the insides of the beds right, and that's one thing that on our full builds that most people compliment us on is how slick and nice the inside of the beds are. So, but other than that, maybe getting it to set as low as it sets on static. It's on RideTech coilovers. We use stone fab front control arms because they're so narrow. We've made our own 4-link for the rear of this truck, but it's setting as low as you can physically get it and still be able to drive the truck. It turns full lock to lock, so that was pretty tricky figuring that out. I love the taillight filler we came up with. The tuck bumpers, people don't know, we made the rear bumper. The front bumper's been cut in sections. I mean, there's so much. We did away with all the plastic balance, did away with all the plastic filler panels, plastic welded the spoiler back together. I mean, there's so many details, but I love the color contrast. I love the way the truck came together. I love the way it sits. Just the total thing for me. I mean, there's a lot of work in shaving under the hood. So there's just too many things really to pick, And of course our interiors, we pride ourselves on our interiors. So everything in this truck is wrapped. Very few things are painted, everything else is wrapped. And we'll typically have about 300 plus hours on an interior. Because nothing's CNC, nothing's laser. We do it all the old school way. We don't have 3D printers and laser machines and all, we do it so it's all grinders, sanders, razor blades. I mean, that's how we do it, and it turns out pretty good.